Hi, I'm Sean Wilson, Secretary for the Department of Transportation and Development for the state of Louisiana, and we're excited to do something very different today in this world of COVID and the pandemic and how we're responding to it. We've actually made a decision, given the variation in strains and the need to ensure that people are safe, and that we're ramping up vaccinations, that we're converting all of our project events to online digital formats and fashion. So this is a first for us. We've never had a virtual groundbreaking to this degree that involves so many different people, and I want to applaud and thank all of my communication staff for their hard work in what we've done today and what we will be doing for other projects all around the state of Louisiana. Today we're here to celebrate the state's very first infrastructure public-private partnership, and it's going to replace the Belle Chasse Bridge and Tunnel with a modern, safer, fixed transportation structure. This bridge currently hinders traffic because the opening of this bridge on LA 23, it's a vertical lift draw bridge. It opens as many as 10 times a day, and it will stay open for 7 to 8 to 10 minutes at a time. And then it's also very frequently damaged and or having maintenance issues because it's an old movable structure with lots of moving parts. And so it is one of the most inefficient forms of transportation for us in the state of Louisiana. We have several of them, over 30 movable bridges, in fact, in the state of Louisiana, and we would love to replace all of them with fixed structures where it's appropriate. That makes inefficient travel for both businesses, freight haulers, and yes, of course, citizens. And then the adjacent tunnel, which is a directional tunnel, it's over 60 years old. It leaks, and we've had enough of the jokes of it being a car wash, and it's in constant need of repair as well. And in this environment, when we are at this level of sea level dealing with climate change and sea level rise, the last thing we want to do is force people underground in conditions that are not the safest. Once completed, this bridge, as I said, will be a fixed span, 4-lane bridge with bike lanes in each direction. The design and construction phase is underway with the developer, Plaquemines Infrastructure Belle Chasse. It's expected to be fully completed in 2025. The new bridge structure will open in 2024, but the demolition of the existing movable bridge and tunnel will not be completed until 2025. The existing bridge and tunnel replacement is the primary access points for residents, businesses, industry, tourists, all attracted to Plaquemines Parish. The tunnel and the current bridge are both more than 50 years old and are at the end of their design lifespan. This project is long overdue. I grew up in Algiers, not too far from here, and we've talked about replacing it for quite some time. Because of the frequency of the costly repairs and maintenance, which hinders 30,000 cars a day is what the estimate is, who use this current infrastructure. Simply put, this new bridge will give a safer and far more reliable infrastructure system for the community and the state. These type of projects, I should say, require smart, innovative funding sources, and this is one specifically could not have been possible without a mixture of funding opportunities. We were successful at receiving a nationally competitive grant called an infra grant of about $45 million, National Highway Performance Program dollars, MPO dollars, and of course Garvey bonds, which total about $95 million. And by tapping into these fund sources, we were able to significantly lower the price on the tolls, and then I'll also talk a little bit about some of the enhanced performances that we're going to see with this structure. The remaining cost of about $70 million will be financed by the developer, Plaquemines Infrastructure Belle Chasse, and paid back through tolling operations. In addition, they will be responsible for maintaining the bridge over the life cycle of the bridge before it's returned to the state. Plaquemines Parish residents will be given a transponder at no charge and then be charged 25 cents per trip for a passenger car once the bridge is opened. No Plaquemines Parish resident with a transponder will be charged 99 cents. That's what outside residents will be paying. Tolling will increase by 1 cent each year and 2 cents every 5 years and be adjusted for inflation and consumer price index. The bridge tolls will cover the current bridge and tunnel operation costs since Plaquemines is now operating those structures and will cover future operations and maintenance costs. This is a good time to say this bridge is going to be maintained better than any other bridge in our state system. You may not realize it, but we have what's called deferred maintenance, and we have a long backlog. This project will not be a part of any of those factors. So this bridge will be repaired as it's necessary, and when it's returned to us with structured improvements that are contractually required, they will then manage those out of the revenue that they get. Additionally, this is a risk-based project, and there's been lots of discussion about how much money folks will make on this project and what it's actually going to produce. In reality, those factors are just risk factors that we're anticipating and are expecting and are hoping. And if not, that is part of the gamble in a sense that the private sector participates in these public-private partnerships. The tolling is set for a 30-year period, and at that time, DOTD will assume responsibility for cost and maintenance. As a part of this contract, we actually have mechanisms to add additional revenue and take additional profits as this project proceeds to buy down those years and or that increasing rate of 1 penny a year or 2 cents every 5 years. This project is necessary, and DOTD believes that it's an infrastructure improvement that will be safer for drivers, it'll be more efficient for those, and it's something I think that we can be proud of because we're introducing new policies here in the state of Louisiana that other states have taken advantage of. We believe this will also increase business activity and property values because of the quality of life improvements of having the secure infrastructure and the information that's going to be available to Plaquemines residents and the certainty that it provides. The replacement of this Belle Chasse bridge and tunnel shows that we can accomplish difficult things when we work together. I know it has not been easy. We've had lots of discussions over the last couple of years to get this done. But like with other major infrastructure projects, if it was easy, it would have been done already. So I'd like to thank all of the citizens who participated in those meetings, as well as the private sector partners and elected officials that helped make this possible, and want to also encourage those who may not be supportive of this project to give it an opportunity to show what we can do to deliver infrastructure for the citizens, because this is a state of Louisiana bridge. Plaquemines Parish is a part of this state, and we're excited to have you be the first for something in the state of Louisiana's history, which is a public-private partnership. This is just one example of how infrastructure improvements can improve safety, efficiency, and the quality of life, not just for locals, but also for citizens of the state. So thank you for joining us today. We appreciate all of the national recognition and attention that this has received in a positive light. All around the country and around the world, folks have complimented us on the effort to do something big. So I look forward to seeing this project move to construction very safely, and then I look forward to sharing and riding across this bridge once it's completed.
Thank you for joining us today as we virtually break ground on the brand new Belle Chasse Bridge. Maintaining and improving Louisiana's infrastructure, in addition to finding new funding sources, has been our priority since this administration took over in 2016. Since then, in fact, we've invested nearly $4 billion towards more than 1,500 projects, stretching across nearly 5,000 miles in Louisiana. In Plaquemines Parish alone, nearly $180 million has been allocated towards 11 projects across 31 miles. A majority of that funding has been invested in building this new Belle Chasse Bridge, which is the first public-private partnership in Louisiana history. Projects like this one require innovative, creative funding sources, and that is why we chose to use a public-private partnership to make it possible. We were able to obtain a $45 million INFA grant from the U.S. Department of Transportation, $26.2 million from the National Highway Performance Program, $12 million from the Metropolitan Planning Organization, and $12.5 million from Garvey bonds. While those efforts were tremendous, they certainly were not enough to cover the cost of building a new bridge. Also, this project will pave the way for other public-private partnerships across the state of Louisiana. A study performed by DOTD revealed that an overwhelming majority of people from Plaquemines Parish use the bridge every day. But the most important concern for the people was providing reliable and predictable commutes over the Gulf Intercoastal Waterway. That's why we believe this project will bring new economic growth opportunities and improve the safety, efficiency, and quality of life for everyone who uses it. Thank you, and God bless.
Hi everyone, I'm Dale Bonner, Chairman of Plenary Infrastructure Belle Chasse, and we are honored to be the private partner in Louisiana's first ever public-private partnership for transportation. Our team has many years of experience delivering high-quality infrastructure throughout Louisiana and in this region, and we so much look forward to partnering with you now on this exciting project. And it is exciting because we're going to replace an outdated bridge and tunnel with a new 4-lane fixed span bridge that will have bike lanes in each direction. And once the bridge is complete, those using the bridge will no longer experience the unexpected closures and delays that are so often required to repair and maintain the current structures. And by raising the elevation of the bridge, there will no longer be a need to raise and lower the bridge to allow navigating the waterways below. So as of today, we're well on our way to making all of this a reality. Most of the design and engineering work is complete, and we're just about to start construction with the bridge opening to traffic in 2024. And at that time, tolling will begin, but since the new bridge will have all of the latest technology, drivers won't even need to stop or slow down as they cross the bridge. So while today marks an important milestone in the project, it's also just the beginning of a long-term partnership. After the new bridge is open, we'll be around to maintain it to the highest standards so that we can make sure that traffic continues to move smoothly for many, many generations to come. So on behalf of the team, we want to say thank you for joining us today, and we look forward to working with all the stakeholders to make this project a great success. Thank you.